Hey, it's Camo with the Nashville Access Facebook show, brought to you by Solis North Gulch Apartments, where taste matters, where our fine studio, the Big Mike, is. My name should be Big Mike, and then be the big. Never mind. Here's John Cooper from Springboard Landings. How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Camo, thank you so much for having us here today.
I had an empty slot, so what the hell?
I know, yeah. I'm glad you had a spot to fill. But no, it means a lot just for a nonprofit like Springboard Landings to be able to be on Nashville Access and talk about what we do.
You need to set your heights higher. We're glad to have you. Tell us about Springboard Landing for those that have never heard of it.
Sure. So Springboard Landings is a nonprofit, and what our mission is to provide an option for adults that need a limited amount of support, an option for independent living in a community residential setting. So what we're doing is we're building apartments, 8 apartments that will open into a common area to allow for interaction and social. But it also gives them the privacy of their own kitchen, their own bedroom, their own bathroom. But it's an option for them, and it answers the question, what happens when my parents are no longer available?
Mm-hmm. How does it work? Are there members, or how does somebody get somebody into this program?
Sure. So we're hoping to start building this in 2020. Today actually is a really big day for us.
Yeah, tell us about today.
We've got a 24-hour online donation challenge. It's called the Big Payback. Mm-hmm. So if you go to springboardlandings.org and click donate, right now it'll take you through to the Big Payback. They give a lot of awards and incentives. So we're trying to raise $25,000 before midnight tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, how could springboardlandings.org?
Yeah, springboardlandings.org. And this is a trend that is starting to pop up all over the country. We see things happening. Kurt Warner, I know people are upset they beat us in the Super Bowl when they played the Titans, but he started the Treasure House in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. We're seeing there's so many places that have similar models to this. So we know there's a need. In Tennessee, they didn't even recognize this population that needed services until 2000. So this is something that's going to play a very significant role in Nashville, and hopefully something that we can mimic throughout Tennessee and throughout the country.
I come from this from kind of a different perspective because I've lived in different places. But it seems since I moved here with our healthcare system, people fall through the cracks, and the cracks are really, really big, bigger than I've seen anywhere else in the world where I've lived. So government doesn't handle this stuff.
That's right.
It's kind of like,
that's right.
You're on your own. Thanks for coming.
You nailed it. That's exactly it. And what we're doing is it is a population that's fallen between the cracks of society. They're independent enough to be employable, to get around, but they're vulnerable. They depend heavily on their parents. They're not the ones that are going to get financially ahead in life. Right. And we're not looking to the government. The government does a wonderful job, and they have areas that can be helpful. But we're really, life is so short. We're here for a speck of time. So we want to make a dent. We want to leave this world better. We're going to build this to last for generations. And you were asking earlier, how would we get people in? Once we build it, we'll have a life skills assessment inventory. So we'll have an application that people can apply to live there. Mm-hmm. And it's very important when you build an intentional community to have it set up in a way that people are going to get along okay. And we'll have a resident manager that will live there as well.
Checks in on people and everything else.
Yeah, that'll actually be a resident there. And we'll be there to help and guide as needed. Yeah.
Nice. Now, how did this charity Springboard Landings come about?
So what happened was about my parents started this. It was inspired by my little sister, Susan. And when Susan was 5 years old, she contracted encephalitis. Mm-hmm. And up to that point, she was just a normal, hitting all the proper milestones that we do, but her brain swelled. Right. And so the good news is the doctors were able to save her life, but the hardship that came from that was she had epilepsy as a result. and she also was slowed down cognitively. So she reads more on a level of someone that maybe is still in grade school, but she works at the salon. She's very independent, and she's, this whole it opened the door to this population to see everybody has their own story. We know someone that was in high school on their way to an Ivy League college and was in a car crash and traumatic brain injury. So
a great example is that MTSU, which played that football player.
Yeah.
Was it just TSU? I can't remember which team it was.
That's right.
But, got hurt playing football, and he made a miraculous recovery, but he's not all the way there yet, and who knows if he will be.
That's right.
A perfect example of somebody that may fall into that situation.
And it goes to show, it could be any of us at any time. And that's an example of how this was somebody in college playing what they love to do, football. And, it can happen to any of us. And we just hope that, and even as a nonprofit, we're an underdog nonprofit.
Yeah, you don't have a celebrity.
No, we don't
I'll be your celebrity.
I mean, you're. Thanks for.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for making me one. No, but you're right. We don't have a celebrity. We are an underdog nonprofit serving an underserved population.
Right.
So we really depend on the generosity and the love and the support of the community. And when I lived in Hong Kong for a while, we saw something very similar there called the Nesbitt Center. So it's interesting, in all the places you've lived in England, you've lived in Canada, you travel the world, and you see that this is happening everywhere, and people are trying so hard to figure it out, and we want to help pave that path in Nashville.
And in other countries, they seem to do it. There are the cracks, and hence places like the Nesbitt Center.
Yeah.
But the cracks seem significantly larger here, and maybe that's because there are more people that need looking after. But
you're right. In Middle Tennessee alone, there's up to about 11,000 that fall into this population.
Wow.
And in the state of Tennessee, up to 39,000.
So do you look at that and think, damn, we got work to do?
Yeah, we feel vulnerable because we can't do this alone.
Right.
We can't magically say, here's $5 million.
Yeah, without people funding it, it's just a great idea.
So we're looking for people that this resonates with, that would, can go and say, you know what, we got your back. We got your back on this. We believe in what you're doing, and we are going to make a dent. We're going to make a change. And so what we have to offer for that, we've got a very capable board of directors. Right. We know what we're doing. We've got a game plan. This has been in the works for 10 years. It's been a very grassroots.
10-year town.
Yeah, it's a 10-year town.
It is. charitable organization.
It is.
Yeah.
I know probably every songwriter can relate to this.
Yeah.
You depend on the help of other people. So, we're looking for help, and we need financial support to make this happen. But luckily, we've got the right people in place. We had an anonymous donor give us 64 acres of land.
Wow.
And so that's in the process of being negotiated. They're letting us sell it. So the negotiations are going now with a buyer.
Yeah. So you're going to sell the land and then take the money from that to
build it more in Nashville. Because this land is out in Murfreesboro, so we're bringing it in more into Nashville. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, good time to be selling off property too, really, in Nashville. Again,
for sure.
Go to springboardlandings.org. Springboard Landings is all one word.
That's right.
.org, and click on the donate button to help out. I wish we had more time to talk about this, but you have other interviews because you're a big celebrity now. And I have really no place to go after you. So, what else do people need to know quickly before we let go?
I think the main takeaway is, it's human nature. We all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. We don't want to feel isolated. This population, which could be any of us at any given moment in time, they carry a lot more weight. And I don't mean physically, I mean, they have a developmental disability means that you have a hardship that you're dealing with on an everyday basis. So I just
may or may not realize they have.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we're taking a stand for this population that has fallen between the cracks of society, and I just ask for all the support. Let's make a dent in this world. Let's leave it a better place. You're in good hands with Springboard Landings. We're anxious to start building
You're
next year.
registered C.
We are 501c3 since 2010.
Good. So you got some track record. It's not a
That's right. Save your receipt for those taxes.
It's not a Nigerian uncle that has got $1 million check to write if you'll just give him your bank account details. I'm not even sure that's a registered charity. Again, springboardlandings.org. Go right now and donate and help these people out. You have to raise how much by midnight tonight?
$25,000 by midnight, and we're already only about $10,000 away. So.
But that shouldn't say, don't worry about it, somebody else has got it covered. Go, even if it's like $5, that helps out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent. Thanks for being here, Coop.
Yeah, thanks, Camo. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck on your other interviews.
You're making me a seasoned pro. So
that's right. Again, springboardlandings.org. Go and donate right now. Help these people out and help some of the people that are falling through our cracks in society today. Thanks for watching the Nashville Access Facebook show with me. I'll have my regular lips back next week, so I'll be able to speak more. Make sure you catch me on 88.9 FM in Tamworth, Australia on Thursday mornings with Jody and John. Middays on Chris Country in the UK on Sundays, and Saturday afternoons on 94.5 Hippie FM here in Nashville. We'll see you next time on the Nashville Access Facebook show. Bye.